Hello traders, this is Rich Derrick from tradesight. Just wanted to check back in and take another look at the current technicals in Apple. We talked about this about 2 weeks ago when the when price was approaching $500 and getting close to this zero ace GAN level. We were talking about how important this zero ace level is and how that might be an important support area. And obviously it was. It was on this candle that we had the discussion, and we talked about the potential for reversal. Of course, the long trigger, as we talked about in the last video, was going to be back above the 10 EMA, which defines the short-term trend, the way we approach business here at tradesight. So obviously we've had the chart make good on that, the break back above and the settlement above the 10 EMA, lifted price back up close to 595, which was very profitable for the traders that recognize the change in trend. But what I want to talk about are the current technicals and the current pattern. So let me just switch this chart here for a moment. All right, now what we have here is a chart of Apple with just the price data, with all the studies removed, just to get a little bit of flavor for what the exact pattern is. Obviously, we've been in a very aggressive downtrend here, sloping downward and at about 45 degrees, which is extremely aggressive. We had this climactic bottom. We left this little hammer with this very, very long tail in the chart, and obviously we had this corrective impulse back to the upside here. But what it's done here is it's left the potential for an island on the chart here, and let me just mark that off for you. So with the current design of the setup pre-market here, what we have is we've got the potential for an island formation. I've outlined the potential island in the box. Yesterday, price settled to 538.79. We did get short later on in the day and enjoyed that drop into the close. We kind of anticipated that with some additional margin selling coming in later on in the day, and were rewarded for being short. So we went into the close short Apple. The close was 532. The settlement was 538.79. Right now the stock's playing out around 532.50, 533, which puts the stock down either $5.50 or $6, which puts price back down in this area right here. Okay, so we're back into kind of this gap area, this void on the chart from that breakaway gap to the upside. And what that does is if price remains below yesterday's settlement for the session, it's going to leave all of these buyers here who were bottom fishing and looking for reversal trapped. You can see that in just 2 bars we had this gap down, and then we had this range expansion bar to the downside in just 2 bars. Very, very quickly the fortunes for the Apple longs have changed, and many guys are going to be trapped with longs up in this area due to this range bar to the downside and also this morning's gap down. So definitely potential for an island formation. Just be aware of that. This obviously has very, very strong momentum. I'm sure it's short-term oversold by a lot of metrics, but you have to just respect the fact that there's the potential there for that island bottom. And today's opening is going to be very, very important for the technicals. Here's another look at the chart with the levels and with the GAN levels, with our full complement of studies on it. Price declined here, putting in this 1 through 9 seeker setup count, and we proceeded to get into the countdown phase 1 through 7. But we inflected on the 7 here and drove back up to the 6 ace level. So what that means is that we did not complete the 13 bars down required for a high probability buy that will be lasting in variety rather than just reflexive to the upside. We printed 9 and we printed 10. There's going to be a 10 here on the chart as soon as this candle opens again today. So we have to be a little cautious here and be patient for a 13 to print before we get that high probability lasting inflection point on the daily chart. So we're only at 10 now. There's probably going to be another 3 days of downside somewhere along the ways here. It could be a little bounce in between. It could be a bounce today if they buy the opening. That remains to be seen. But just keep in mind that we're still a few days away from that ultimate exhaustion point that we're looking for that lasting inflection point for Apple to pivot on the daily chart and to hold it. So here are the GAN levels. 500 obviously is the big number. This prior low here, the candle 8, is 505.75. That's going to be another point of reference, and then obviously all the GAN levels in between are going to be important as well. 531.25 could come into play today. And they probably might even wind up testing it here pre-market. We'll have to see if the analyst community comes out and starts downgrading and throwing in the towel. Well, here are the levels. We're back down below the 10 EMA, which makes the trend short-term negative again. Play it accordingly and be patient for those last couple of candles to complete for that high probability buy point. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the studies that we use, please feel free to stop into the trading lab. You can take a free trial, and we'd be happy to talk about our methodology and how you can use that to improve your trading and your profitability. So this is Rich Derrick for tradesight. Hope to see you again soon.